In this video, we're going to do some really simple gravity for our PICO-8 game. We have a guy, and he doesn't fall down. So we're going to make him fall down and kind of end up on those blocks down there. So we have kind of a simple setup here. We have in our init, we have our player, which just has a couple of variables inside of the player table, X and Y. We change X with left and right buttons, and then we clear the screen, we draw the map, and then we draw our sprite. So that's really all that we've done. We have a map that we've drawn, and we have a couple of sprites, okay? So the first thing that we need to do is figure out if he is on the ground or not. And this is sort of like this is a collision function. So let's see what we can do. What we're going to do really is, first of all, we need to get him to fall down. And so the simplest way to do that is just write something in the update like player.y equals player.y plus 1. What that's going to do, save run, is make him fall down, but he doesn't stop. Okay, he just kind of falls right through there. So then we need a way for him to detect if the ground is under his feet. Now, let's make a function called onGround. I'll make this on a new tab, I guess. We'll just call this gravity stuff. Let's make a function, and we'll call this onGround, like this. And this function is going to do a couple things. One is it's going to look and see if his feet are on top of the block like this. And then two, it's going to return true or false. So it's basically going to, whenever we call this, it's going to test whether that's true or false, and then we can do other stuff with it, okay? So if that doesn't quite make sense, you'll get it here in a second. So function onGround, what we're gonna do is we're going to test a couple of points under him, all right? We can actually just start with 1 point. So I'm going to kind of pick this guy, and then I'm gonna pick like a point just like under here. And then we're going to test and see if it's over this tile. The way that we're going to do that is by setting a flag for this tile, okay? So we'll just set this flag 0. This is going to be a tile that we can't go through, all right? These flags don't mean anything just by themselves. They only mean stuff if we assign meaning to them, okay? So in our mind, in our rules, flag 0 is going to mean you can't go through it, okay? So we're going to basically be testing for flag 0. So what we got to do is pick a point under him. Then we're going to test that point for flag 0. And then we're going to return true if we find it. Okay? So first thing we need to do is pick a point under him. And what we're gonna do is we're going to use something called mget. Mget finds the tile on a map, okay? But we need to figure out what tile. We're going to actually set a local variable, and we're gonna say player.x divided by 8. Let's actually make this an actual local variable, and let's just call this tx for tile x, okay? Local tx equals player x divided by 8, and then local ty equals player dot y divided by 8. What this is going to do is get the pixel value of the player's position and divide it by 8, okay? Now, let's do this. Let's say mget for mapget. We're going to figure out what is under the player. Okay, so this is going to return the sprite that is under the player on the map. Okay, so onGround. So let's just test this out here. Let's test this out. Let's go over here and let's say let's actually do this. Let's go here and let's go ahead and print this mget so that we can see what's going on. There we go. We're going to print the mget, and we're going to call this here in the draw. So on ground. Save run. See, for a second, so it's 0, 0, 0, 17. That's exactly what we want. It's finding that tile that player is over right now. So right there. Oops, not quite right there. But he's almost over that tile, and it's saying 17. So that's good. That means that the mget stuff is working. So what we actually want to do is get the flag for it. So if we say fget mget, if we say fget 17, we're going to get the flags for 17, and we're going to test whether this is flag 0 or not. So comma 0. So fget this thing right here, this tests to see if a sprite has flag 0, and it's going to return true or false. So let's save run. False, 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 true. Yes, good. That's exactly what we want. Okay, so this is doing what it's supposed to do. This is going to return true or false and it's testing this point right here. Okay, so all we really need to do is move this point down. Okay, so we're going to say player.x plus 1, 2, 3, and then player.y plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So here, let's actually just add, so plus 3 and plus 8, like this. There we go. And now we're doing this exact same thing, but we're testing it, all right? We're testing the point down here, like right here, right under his feet, okay? And then, so we're testing that point for flag 0. That's what we're doing right here. Good. And then we're going to return true if we find it. We could actually just probably return this. So we could return fget. So this on ground, this should be, let's go ahead and print on ground. This should be true or false. Save run. False, 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 false. True. Good. Okay. So now that we have this on ground saying true or false, okay, because what it's doing is it's picking the tile of the player's x position plus 3 and the player's y position plus 8. It's divided it by 8. So that's always giving the tile that's right under the player, right here. Okay. So if he's on the map and the player's right here, it's always testing this tile right here. All right, which is exactly what we want. Isn't that great? Then it's returning, it's testing that tile, finding that tile, which is sprite 17, if he's over a tile that he shouldn't go through, and then it's returning, it's asking us, okay, it's asking if this flag is 0, and it's returning whether it is or not. Okay, so this is something that we can use to test if he's on the ground or not, which is exactly what we want. So now that we have that, we can do an if statement, and we can just say if not on ground, then we do this. And so really we're just applying the gravity if he's not on the ground. Save run. Baby, look at that. Oh, goodness. Look at that. He stops and then he falls. Isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness. We did it. We did it. Hey, if you want to learn more about PICO-8, well, how about you come on over to my game dev school? This is where we learn all kinds of goodness about PICO-8 and about game development. If you're looking to get into game development, this is the place to be. Man, check this out. This is a project that this guy's just starting game development. And it's really amazing. So he's working on all kinds of cool stuff. Man, we have people making games. We have all kinds of goodies happening. Oh, it's so fun. It's so much fun. And what we have is over here in the classroom, we have a place called the Spawn Point. And this is a little mini course that is perfect for somebody who is just beginning game development. This is the place that you should start, all right? And it's in little tiny chunks. And so if you're busy, if you feel like time is really the main thing in between you and making games, well, everything in this school is built for people who are busy so that you can do this in little chunks and you can actually learn game development and you can finish your games and actually make stuff, which is really important. All right. So I hope you had fun in this tutorial. There is a link down in the description to join the Game Dev School. It's less than the price of Netflix and you actually get things done and are productive. Isn't that cool? All right. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this has been great. See you later.